I was born in Camden, Arkansas, a small town in Ouachita County in southwest Arkansas. My family has been in the county since before the Civil War. Both my parents only had eighth grade education, but they understood the value of education and passed that on to their children. Attended segregated schools, but had teachers who believed and had high expectations of their students. I graduated the valedictorian of my class. Not in my wildest dreams did I ever believe that I could attend a university like UC Berkeley. Quite frankly, growing up, I didn't even know a place like Berkeley existed. At Berkeley, I studied abroad in France and West Africa, and from Berkeley, I went to Columbia Law School and became a law professor. And for the last decade, I've been teaching community college, running a criminal justice program, teaching community policing, among other things. At Berkeley, I had great mentors. And when I became a teacher, I wanted to be that for my students as well. We know how to do things in Arkansas. My 4th Congressional District is home to Maya Angelou. It's home to Jocelyn Elder, the first Black Surgeon General of the country. It's home to Bill Clinton. It's home to Johnny Cash. The ground is fertile. And I don't call Arkansas a red state, I call it a non-voting state. And that's what we really are trying to change. Went back to Arkansas last year to help out a candidate, and what I saw was a state with a lot of issues and a lot of problems. Arkansas was 49th in voter turnout in 2018. Those of you know me know that irks me to no end about voting. We're number 2 in hunger and food insecurity. We're number 5 in maternity mortality rate. And we have representation in Congress that doesn't seem to want to do anything about it. My generation, Susan and I, talk often about the 60s and the 70s and the things that we did. I want to apologize in advance to all the young people here for not finishing the job. I think we took our foot off the gas. There were a lot of things that we needed to do that we didn't finish. But Sister Coretta Scott King reminds us that struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom is never won, really. You have to earn it and win it and keep it in every generation.
When I met Professor Hanson, I was a young man, grew up in public housing. I had my parents had abandoned me, and I think that you have to be a certain level of brilliant to be able to take somebody like me, somebody who grew up on welfare, I think what do they call it, an at-risk youth growing up, take somebody like me and I mean, I'm talking to you articulately now, right? However, at that time, this is not possible without Professor Hanson. So I think that he is able to shape, groom, and help people grow and evolve, and that's a really great leader.
I remember I doubted myself a lot, and I wasn't going to go to the university that I went to, which was the University of California, Berkeley. And he said to me, Andrea, let them say no to you. Don't say no to yourself. If it wasn't for that conversation, I would have never applied to the University of California. I would have never gone. I would have never had the experiences that I did. And those words just stay in the back of my head. So anytime that I doubt myself or my capabilities or any kind of challenge that I want to pursue, it's almost like that voice of, I don't know, like not God, but like, that wisdom that comes and pours and really pushes me forward.
I believe he should be congressman because he's fighting to support the community and actually see it succeed. He sees this more than just a position, but as an opportunity to help others become great people in their community. And I actually want to become a political scientist. I'm doing political science, and I see a lot of passion that he has, and I want to match that.
Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for life. He cares for you so much that he'll teach you to fish for life because he wants you to be set up to be successful for the rest of your life. The way he makes you feel so welcome and that he's a part of your life in such a familial way, especially with large groups of people, is unlike anybody I've ever known. And he's just a warm person.
To be clear, I'm not trying to start a new career. We have to build a bench of talented young people who want to be engaged in their communities and in politics up and down the ballot. Watching the recent protests for racial justice and equality, I think all young people in Arkansas are ready for change and ready to be the next generation of leaders. It's time for us to pass the torch to them. You can go on my website. There's a big donate button. All you have to do. I'm William Hanson, and I approve of this message.